Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of Paranormal Warehouse Live. Christopher Bergergers, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. I would say that this would be record time setup for Paranormal Warehouse Live.
Uh, I don't know about record time.
Last time it took me an hour and a half
Okay.
with
well,
you
then
sitting there.
You're
So
getting better then.
we're getting something. So listen, welcome everybody. This is a show where we talk about the Paranormal Warehouse community, what's going on, what we're doing, some new stuff, and we also talk a little bit about silliness sometimes too. So that's fun.
We sure do.
So, Breggs, you wanna start popping off here, as the kids say?
Sure. What are we starting with? Breaking news? Already off the
No,
bat?
no. We start with our Paranormal Warehouse Live poll. You guys can vote live right now. And the question for today is, where would you rather investigate? If you'd like to investigate in a haunted house, hit the thumbs up button. If you would like to investigate in an asylum, hit the heart button. Because the heart definitely associates with an asylum.
Yeah.
Love and
sounds
joy. And if you would rather do a cemetery, you could hit the share button, and it will log your responses. So, Breggs, if you were to choose haunted house, asylum, or cemetery, what are you going to choose?
I'm going with Asylum on this one.
Oh! Why is that?
Never did one. And I feel like there would be a lot of possible activity going on. And, yeah, I just feel like, and there's a larger surface area to cover.
Oh, surface area.
So that would be my choice. What about you?
I guess I would go asylum also. Although, you know what? We've never done an outdoor cemetery. And I
This is
know
true, too.
I know that the outdoors is tough because there's a lot of contamination with just being outside with animals and cars and the wind and all that stuff. But I think a cemetery would be cool. It would be a cool experience. But I don't think I could turn down an asylum. Just the idea of being in that building and have it being creepy and all that cool stuff. I think I would go with an asylum. And like you said, you know, if this whole paranormal thing has any weight to it, I would assume that an asylum would be a good place for these experiences to happen. So again, if you want to vote, hit thumbs up. If you'd like to go into a haunted house, if you'd rather go into an asylum, hit the heart. And a cemetery, you could hit the share button to log your vote. Right now, we got asylum up 8 points to haunted house
Close
7.
race, though.
Yeah, it's a close
No,
race.
Nobody
So
wants Terry.
let me ask you this question:
Yeah.
Everyone has a theory that since an asylum is such a shitty place to have your life end, and it's very stressful and maybe confusing at times to the inmates, maybe they have some sort of mental illness, which is terrible.
Right.
Now, do you think that this really has any weight into paranormal activity being kind of placed into this place, more so than other places?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. I know a common thought process is that because these people suffered so much in their lifetime at this one place, that would cause more paranormal activity, or that they would be haunting the place or not crossing over because they're stuck there. I do think it's possible. We just don't know, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah, we have no idea.
who's to say that? Yeah, that's exactly why there's more haunted asylums than, say, haunted houses. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, if you have any comments on that, if you've had any experiences in a haunted asylum or a cemetery or whatever, write in the comments. Breggy's here. We'll read it back. Breggs, got anything? What's going on in that comment section yet?
Samantha says we look like twins. So that's very
Samantha,
nice.
I appreciate it, but,
I'm the better looking twin, though.
I was waiting for that comment. I'm not gonna disagree. I'm not gonna disagree.
Madam Ophelia said asylum. She would definitely want to investigate an asylum. And Samantha also said she's investigated Penhurst and Rolling Hills.
Oh, and I guess I've been to Rolling Hills. I didn't do an investigation there. Definitely a cool place. But I don't know. I would love to have some time alone in an asylum. I mean, Eastern State was pretty close. It's a jail, so it has that similar grim vibe,
Right. Yeah. I wouldn't mind trying a cemetery. Also, I just feel like that's the being outside and the amount of contamination you could get kind of really hinders that whole investigation as a whole unless something really stands out that happens. But
yeah, I feel like outside it's more of a personal thing. Like you go out there and you try to document what you can, but it's more of a personal experience that you're going to be getting there. Right.
True that.
All right, so we're going to have this poll going on down below. So if you want to vote at any time, you can. All right, Breggs, we're going to move on to the best segment of the year so far.
I don't know about that.
Well, I do, and it is Breggy News. Last week, the song didn't play. I messed it up somehow, but I think the song is playing right now.
Right.
All right, so, Breggs, what we got as our first Breggy News for this week?
First breaking news: Germany is basically they just made a artificial sun.
It's weird. What does that mean?
Yeah, they've been working on it on the past year. It replicates the brightness and intensity of light from the sun. By the way, this article is from disclosed.tv. You can find it there. Michael also has it up on the Facebook chat right now.
I sure do.
It's been constructed in Germany. They're hoping they can create useful hydrogen in the future.
So how? No, I'm looking at the picture here. It looks like giant light bulbs. Is that an actual picture of the sun? The sun that they're creating?
Yeah. So what it is it's spans about 52 feet according to the article.
Okay.
And it takes about 20 minutes for it to power up, and it gets to about 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, I mean, so far only a small amount of hydrogen can be made from the lamp. I mean, really, they're just upping their electrical bill, I feel like.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I mean, listen, are you recreating the sun? No way. Okay? I'm not sure why they want to create hydrogen that way. There are different chemical processes you could go through to make hydrogen.
I mean, I think they're trying to, according to this all water, they're trying to make useful gases, useful fuels by using this thing, but so far they're not really.
Yeah, but how much fuel are you using to power this device? The light bulb looks as big as a person.
This thing needs 350 kilowatts of energy per hour to run.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what they're using over in Germany to make electricity, but I mean, they're probably using some sort of fossil fuel in a factory, unless they're using solar or nuclear or whatever. So I don't know. Sounds lame to me.
Yeah, I think it's unnecessary, but what do I know?
Definitely weird. All right, Moving on. We have UFO stuff. What do we got?
Possible UFO sightings in the UK. This is coming from the Huffington Post. This article is from the 21st of March. Some people have been video recording possible UFOs, but they're being debunked basically as just lights or aircrafts that are pixelated when you zoom in way too much, which kind of makes sense.
Yeah, man. I mean, these pictures don't look like anything. It looks like that's just how the light reflects off of the lens, because they all look the same.
Right.
I go with not a UFO.
Yeah, I'm going with fake on this one. If we were going to do a real or fake,
So I was feeling the vibe. What a show, huh?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Do I think UFOs and aliens might be a thing 100%? But this doesn't really seem to be much of anything. The cameraman stated that the object didn't even move when he was videotaping it. But again,
it could be a star, man. I don't know. You don't know what it looks like when it's all zoomed in.
You could look at an airplane sometimes, and it looks like it's standing still.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be some type of small aircraft, an army test of what sorts. So that's that. And then last but not least, to stay with the UFO trend, you could, this is from Disclosed TV 2, you could, the UFO emoji is coming to your phone.
Oh boy!
Can't wait to send that one to you, Michael.
Can't wait. I'm riveted, and I'm antsy, and I'm counting down the minutes.
Yeah, there's some new ones coming out, fortune cookie sandwiches and a UFO, so those will all mix together well.
I mean, listen, UFO is cool, but
I don't know what...
I feel like they were slacking on putting sandwiches in there. Wouldn't you think sandwiches would be a day one kind of situation?
You would think, and I just don't see where I would be using the UFO emoji when I'm contacting somebody, but you never know. I use the poop emoji all the time, and nobody would think you would use that, right?
Right.
So... But this episode of Breaking News was also brought to you by TeePublic. They have some awesome paranormal t-shirts you can find in our Paranormal Warehouse store on ParanormalWarehouse.com. I'm actually wearing one right now.
Oh, Fox Mulder would be proud.
So I have a ton of these, and they're awesome. They fit great. The material is awesome. They don't shrink when you wash them the first time or anything like that. And I believe right now they're having a sale, possibly $14. Usually they're around $20, depending on size. But they are awesome T-shirts, so check that out. Actually, the link is up there right now with our live stream. So check that out. Get some T-shirts.
Get some T-shirts. Update. Haunted House pulls ahead. 12 points.
Woo.
Asylum. 9 points. Chilling at 9 points. Cemetery's got 3 shares. So, place your votes. We'll check it out at the end. We always close out the show by talking about some cool new things happening in the Paranormal Warehouse community. And we have a few that we're going to talk about. Very exciting. Here we go.
All
right, so we have been building up our Paranormal Warehouse Live community where people are... streaming live through us, and we're super thankful to everybody. It's been going really well. Really cool stuff going on, and we just got someone from overseas, from the UK, Paranormal UK, which they are a group that runs paranormal investigations and tours and brings people through all these cool haunted locations in the United Kingdom. Really nice people. It's cool to see their perspective on paranormal investigating. Definitely a little bit different. They were on there. I know they were using the Ouija board, which is a big, use the Ouija board, which I don't really prescribe to. But it's cool to see people using it and to see if anything kind of comes out of that. So it's a cool new thing going on over there. So give them support anytime that they're going to go on. We will put information about that on the warehouse page. So thank you again to everyone at Paranormal UK, and you guys should definitely check them out. Great investigations. If you look down below, recently there are some videos of their first live broadcast, which is cool. Cool, man.
Cool.
I would love to go to the UK just because it's so much older. There's so much.
Yeah.
There's so much history there, thousands of years more.
Thousands.
If you don't count, the Native Americans were over here too, but we decimated them and kind of made our own thing, which is
Getting real right now.
kind of awful. That I hear Native American stuff is produces a lot of hauntings too, rightfully so. But yeah, Paranormal UK. Thank you for joining, and that's exciting. Speaking of T-shirts and our paranormal streaming community, we're going to be getting cool T-shirts supporting these people. So, in an effort to support these people that are doing awesome stuff for us, we're offering awesome T-shirts to you guys, and the money will go to those causes. So, an example I put up here is the Haunted Hinsdale House. Dan has been streaming with us from the Haunted Hinsdale House, along with his show Phenomena Encountered with D. Awesome stuff. We're probably going to have stuff from the Shadow Hour up, and we're going to slowly pick away at everybody and get their logos up there. So once we get these cool T-shirts up and running, we'll be offering them out to you guys too. So it's to support the people that are supporting us, which is always awesome.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited for those shirts.
Yeah, they look awesome. This one, the Hinsdale House graphic right here, is pretty dope. So, a lot of cool stuff going on with that. You want to wrap up and look at what we got on our poll here?
Yeah, looks like Haunted House is running away with it with 14.
Yes.
And an Asylum is 10, and a Cemetery is only at 3. I think people realize, though, that a cemetery is really hard to investigate, going back to what we said earlier, especially if it's not in the middle of nowhere sort of cemetery where it's on the side of a road or whatever. You got cars going by, you got wind factor and moisture and a lot
all
of things
that
flying
stuff.
around. Yeah, so it's really hard unless you get an awesome EVP. I mean, I compare it to when we investigated Gettysburg and we went to the battlefields. It was just really hard. You had cars going by, planes and whatever else, so it's just really hard to get good audio and
All that jazz.
Yeah, so. But Haunted House won. So,
Haunted House won.
And it's still growing, so.
That's cool. I mean, before we close out, you want to see what people are saying in the comments, see if there's any questions or anything, and then we'll
we have one
bounce.
question. We have one question. Madam Ophelia said she watched some Ghost Asylum and Ghostland, Tennessee last night. What do we think about the traps they make? I've never seen Ghostland, Tennessee. I have watched Ghost Asylum. The traps they make, and I'm going to put this politely.
Oh, here we go. Oh! He puts it politely with garbage.
I think it's all for TV. There's no scientific base around it. I don't believe you could catch a ghost in a box. I don't think that's possible. If it is,
so
you let me know how.
Hold on, I've never watched these programs. What do you mean trap? What's going on here?
So Ghost Asylum, they go into a place and they're like investigating and blah blah blah, and then they're like, all right, well let's come up. Basically, almost every show they're like, well let's come up with a way to capture this ghost and get it out of here.
Sure.
And they come up with different things. Some are like electromagnetic field type boxes or cages, and some are just like a box, like a glass box that they somehow try to lure the ghost into this box, and then they take it out of the haunted asylum or haunted place, and they're like, okay, well we got it, and it's just like, okay.
They got it.
It's that easy. So
do they put it into their containment unit at the
Probably.
bottom of their firehouse?
Probably. It sounds about right.
What valid? How do they even say, like, how do you measure that there's something in there?
There's nothing.
Case closed.
There's legit nothing. It's like, oh, I think we got it. Like, they'll put like a REM pod around the box or like in the box or something like that.
Dude, this box is pumping out all this, whatever they're doing, this is very, very concerning.
Right. Well, Madam Ophelia just said supposedly goes in and gets confused by its image and can't get out.
I don't know, bro. This sounds lame.
Lame.
Thanks for bringing that to my attention, Madam Ophelia. That's something I can have a chuckle about.
Yeah, I can't even watch it anymore. I've sat through it before, but I can't. It's crazy to me.
It's pretty brutal. Sounds brutal.
Madam Ophelia also said they had meters and services all over it, and they responded to questions even when they took it outside and still responded. Again, sure, if it works, great. I'm going to go with probably all made for TV on that one. So.
Yeah, and I mean, these devices that are measuring EMF, you could be picking up EMF from everything. The planet makes EMF. So this device must be pumping out electronic nonsense. If it's all right. Any other questions?
That was our only question. It was a great one.
Yeah.
It was great, and yeah, that's my feeling on it. So, again, I guess check us out next time at Paranormal Warehouse Live. Check us out on YouTube. Look us up on YouTube. We have tons of videos. Actually, right after this, we're going to record a new Real or Fake. So keep an eye out for that. Check us out on Twitter and Instagram. And check out those shirts, because those shirts are pretty awesome. So
they are pretty awesome. All right, Breggs, it's been a pleasure.
Always.
Another successful stream. Thank you guys for listening. And hopefully we'll see you next week.